What is up, Peralta students? This is Derek Sylvester with the Peralta Citizen, bringing you another Board of Trustees brief. First off, I have some housekeeping to do. In our last video, I said there was a student trustee, Kevin Jenkins. He's not a student trustee. He's an actually elected board member. And sorry about that, Trustee Jenkins. November's meeting started off with the most beautiful rendition of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Student leader Harry Mapadal from BCC shared that BCC will host a student circle every Wednesday where students can find information and ask questions about their return to campus. Mapadal also announced that BCC Student Services will be providing free meals during the holiday season. I actually had some of that food over at Laney College. It's really good. They give you a lot of food too. It's crazy. Natalie Rodriguez, Director of Student Activities and Campus Life at College of Alameda, revealed that COA will be holding its elections for student government. She also shared the success of many of their Latinx events in their month of October and announced that their food pantry is in search of student workers. Go help out your community. Student Trustee Micah Cooper of Merritt College shared that the Associated Students of Merritt College voted unanimously to adopt an AC Transit Pass and was happy to report that things have been moving along with their student parliamentarians. I learned a new word with that one. And now it's time for the public comments. During the public comments, concerns were raised about Chancellor Jackson's appointment of a deputy chancellor. The new deputy chancellor position is a position that basically helps out the chancellor, but also does some of the same jobs as our current chief of staff position. So there's a little confusion as to why they need to spend a lot of money, we'll get to that later, on this new position when there's already a job that allegedly does it. Did I get that right? After the concerns of the deputy chancellor were raised, Lily Jones, Ben Garcia, and Melo Killian had positive things to say about Laney's biomanufacturing department and asked if it were at all possible for the board to provide more funding to the department. It was really refreshing to see these guys talk. There were some high schoolers there talking about taking college classes. It warmed my heart. Moving on to the chancellor report. Cooper interrupted the chancellor while she was prefacing the board reports. I mean, that's what happened. And while trying to seek clarification, President Napoli Bellaris muted Cooper. It was like an interruption battle. It was pretty exciting to watch. Despite all the drama, Micah Cooper was intending to bring up the point that written comments during the public comments were not addressed this meeting. And actually it sparked some change because they are now supposed to read the list of people who submitted written comments. Now it's for the Chancellor report. BCC President Angelica Garcia echoed what student leader Harry Mapadal shared in his announcements and was pleased to reinforce the success of BCC Students Roundtable. BCC has also received recognition from the Campaign for College Opportunity for the number of associate's degrees for transfer for the 4th consecutive year, as well as being champions for equity for increasing the amounts of Latinx students receiving associate degrees for transfer. President Nathaniel Jones from the College of Alameda celebrated the accomplishment of their Dean of Career and Workforce Education and Customized Training, that's a long title, Eva Jennings, for being appointed to the Mayor of City Alameda's Economic Development Advisory Panel. We're taking down the system from the inside. And also celebrated Dr. Dre Mikiche for co-authoring a chapter in a new book titled Discourse and Conflict. President Jones also shared that the College of Alameda Academic Senate voted to donate $1,000 to the Library Reserve Textbook Fund to help students pay for the ever-increasing price of textbooks. President Rudy Besikoff of Laney College celebrated us. The Citizen received a bunch of awards from the Journalism Association of Community Colleges. I should know that. And President Besikoff congratulated the newsroom and Professor Eleni Gastis for our achievement. President Besikoff also announced that Laney will be extending their food pantry to be open on Thursdays and Wednesdays. I said that backwards. President Johnson of Merritt College shared the success of their partnership with Oakland City Council member Lauren Taylor for their Trunk or Treat Halloween event held at the Liberation Lot in East Oakland. It sounds like it was a good time. They had face painting, there was a roller skating rink, they had a car show. Call Merritt College and Lauren Taylor for your party needs. President Johnson then announced a pre-Thanksgiving grab and go where students can pick up food and celebrate a pre-Thanksgiving with other students, invited family, and staff. Now, after the Chancellor's reports, there was a presentation about PeopleSoft. It's the online portal that we use to access our grades, and how it's being used in their phase 2 is epic. It's just how people are just working on the PeopleSoft. Next, there was a presentation on Peralta's enrollment, and Peralta's enrollment has been steadily declining over the last 5 years, with a significant drop in 2019 due to the COVID pandemic. Building on this, multiple departments had presentations and they had students from these departments talk about what a good job their professors were doing. I'm assuming this is just a way of showing the board that, hey, our classes at Laney and Peralta are good. Keep up the good work. Also add face painting and car shows. You definitely get some enrollment. As a part of the consent calendar, the board voted to continue holding their meetings remotely. This has been an issue in the past, with staff and students finding it unfair that they must return to campus while the board members continue to work remotely. It almost feels like a bit of a class battle. So they're gonna be working from home still. Then there was a lot of talk about law firms and clarifying the money for the law firms. Most of these meetings are just clarifying stuff. Now the action items. All the juice honestly happened in the beginning of the meeting with that muting thing. These action items were very clerical. However, they did vote on the new Deputy Chancellor's salary, which is $229,998. What the f? And they also voted to extend the contract with Marina Security Services. They're the people in the blue shirts that you see scattered around the campuses, kind of telling you, hey. They also, with the security issue has been a big thing at the Peralta campuses. One thing I find interesting is they always keep mentioning holistic security. What is holistic security? Because it kind of sounds like bombs for peace, and I'm having a hard time understanding that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Derek Sylvester with The Citizen, and we will see you guys next time.